They choose to.
That one up by May, and it's up, and no good. Darren Watts has it, and the Manitoba Bisons survive a scare.
A narrow Bisons win on home court in the quarterfinals sets up a high-stakes Canada West semifinal with the UBC Thunderbirds. The winner not only punching their ticket to the Canada West Championship game, they'll be hosting it as well. I'm Joey Slattery, and this is your Bisons Canada West semifinal preview. Many may have been surprised the quarterfinal came down to a final possession between the 7-seed Thompson Rivers Wolfpack and number 2-seed Manitoba, but the Bisons were preparing for a close game all along.
We've had very few blowout games this year, and we've had to grind out wins right down to the wire many times. You know, in some ways, I'd love to have a little more comfort there in some of those games, but in other ways, I think it prepares us too for the big moment.
It's what we're built for. Like, we already went through it in the past. We know what we were going to expect with them, and it's just testament of each spot. And we knew they wanted it, so we just had to fight and match their energy. And that just shows that's what the playoffs is. Anyone can win.
The elation continued through the week for Manitoba, as star point guard Mason Krause was named a conference first-team All-Star for the first time in his career.
It was one of my goals this going into the season, like I think I said last week to you. But it's awesome. It just shows that it's not just my reward, it's the whole team's. Like, we didn't have a good record. I couldn't get it, so it's just more testament to how we did in the season.
He certainly worked very hard for it. Really talented young man that had a tremendous year and really on both sides of the ball made a massive impact for us. And it's just really great to see him kind of join our long list of all-star point guards that we've had over the last number of years.
UBC comes into Manitoba with a first-team All-Star of their own in Adam Olsen, who had 5 blocks in UBC's 74-72 win over Winnipeg in their quarterfinal. However, it was Farhi Shitu stealing the show with a 28-point, 14-board performance in a game that saw UBC take down 46 rebounds and adding 8 blocks.
I think they're the biggest team in the country. They're certainly the biggest team in Canada West. Very physical team, great athletes. Yes, they are the number 1 rebounding team in Canada West. They go to the free throw line more than any other team in Canada West. So we know it's going to be a physical UBC kind of game, and we'll be ready for it.
Our advantage is our guard play. We have way better guards than they do. We just got to work and getting ourselves in transition and attacking their guards and pressuring the full court, because that's what we specialize in very well.
The added and unexpected wrinkle to this game is the winner hosting next week's conference final after Calgary upset Victoria last night, handing the Vikes their first loss of the year. With UBC hosting this year's U Sports National Tournament and moving on to the Canada West semifinals, the Bisons will not only be moving on to the conference finals with a win tonight, they'll also be punching their ticket to Nationals in Vancouver later this month. But that is no foregone conclusion by any stretch. The Bisons have not beaten UBC since the 2017 Canada West quarterfinals. Tonight's tip-off is set for 7 o'clock at the Investors Group Athletics Center and is streaming live on Canada West TV. I'm Joey Slattery.